Hi, my name is Solo P1 and welcome to the F1 2020 British Grand Prix qualifying. This is number 70, the 75th anniversary weekend of the British Grand Prix. This is where it started. This is where it all began. This is the home of motorsport. This is why most of the F1 teams are here, based in the UK. This is where it all began. And did I think the qualifying was good? No. Did I thought the qualifying was amazing? No. Did I think the qualifying was okay? Yes. Finally, we got someone else in first. Let's face it, cut and paste last weekend. Lewis Hamilton first, Valtteri Bottas second. The week before there, Lewis Hamilton first, Valtteri Bottas second. And Max was always in the mix. It was just becoming boring. I got to a point that I thought to myself, is it any point of doing the review? How about I just get my review from last month, from last week, copy and paste it, put it on, do a bit editing at the top where it said F1 2020 British Grand Prix qualifying, and just change it. Easy edit. It would have been easy for me. Something different, because this season was becoming the most boring season in F1 history. We know Mercedes is going to win the title. If you don't think Mercedes is going to win the title, you're a moron. A complete and utter moron. Whoever comes out to me on my Twitter, says anything to me on my Twitter or in my comment section and say to me that Mercedes are not going to win the title, you are morons. If you come out and say to me that Red Bull's going to win the title, you're morons. Let's face it, it's going to be a Mercedes. But some races I would have liked to see in a bit of a mix. A little bit of a mix, not just the same people. Now today, what stood out for me, the highlight of the afternoon was Nico Hülkenberg getting third place. Who'd have ever thought that 3 weeks ago? They weren't even talking about Nico Hülkenberg. Nico Hülkenberg was in his cafe in Monaco, swigging coffee, eating pastries, eating Belgian donuts, whatever he was doing. He never thought he was going to be in a Formula car. I heard he was going into DTMs. DTMs is good, but it's not really F1, is it? Not really. So you got Nico Hülkenberg, he's coming in. He's getting third place. He's showed Lance Stroll. Lance Stroll has had this car, yeah. He should know this car more than Nico Hülkenberg. Nico Hülkenberg has spent 2 weeks with this car. And look at him. He's coming. He's been at Formula 1 for over a year and a half. Now 2 years. And he's coming to Formula 1. And now look. Look at him. Out qualifying Lance Stroll, the golden boy. And you know Lance Stroll ain't going anywhere. While his dad's there, he ain't going anywhere. Simple. Everybody knows it while he's still there. He's there because of his dad. Everybody knows. I'm not saying he's not a good driver, but he's still there at that team because of his dad. Come on. Nico Hülkenberg should have never left F1. You got a guy like Roman Grosjean, you got a guy like Kevin Magnussen making mistake after mistake after mistake, but they want to get rid of Nico Hülkenberg. Come on. It's not right, is it? Now he's back and he's going to stay, because at the end of the day, teams are going to be looking for him now. I got a feeling he's going to go to Haas. They need to do a clear out at Haas, get rid of them two clowns that are at Haas, bring in Nico Hülkenberg, and you're alright. Someone's going to be his partner. I don't know who's going to be his partner. I don't really know. But they need to bring in somebody. Nico Hülkenberg maybe. I'm trying to think of another one who could tag up with him. But Nico Hülkenberg is a great driver. When he went, I've got to admit, when he did go, I thought, look, the guy failed, which he did. He did fail. He was in Formula 1 for all these years, and he didn't get a podium. He didn't get a race win. He didn't get no race win. No, he didn't get a race win while he was in Formula 1. He was in Formula 1 for at least 10 years and didn't get a race win. To me, you failed. You failed. But he's back now, and I'm glad he's back. I'm glad he's back. But think about it. You got asking Lance Stroll at the end. You got Lance Stroll. He's there getting interviewed by the press. Yeah, this is the funny thing. How do you think you done? Oh, I think we done well. That guy must be embarrassed. Embarrassed that Nico Hülkenberg 2 weeks in is beating him. That shows you. That shows you, man. It's not like Nico Hülkenberg's in his 20s. Nico Hülkenberg's in his 30s now. and he's had this time off. All right, he's kept in race trim, but he hasn't been in the car. You can train your neck as much as you want. You can train your neck for 2 hours, 3-4 hours a day. It's still not going to prepare you for the G-forces coming from that Formula 1 car. And he's coming, and you know his neck was probably in a plaster last week after he'd done that race. His neck was in a plaster, ice on it, probably nursing his wounds. Probably couldn't even sleep. The first testing, which was only 45 minutes long, by the way. 45 minutes long, yeah. Imagine that. You're coming in, 45 minutes long, you're coming in to have a race. Your neck's bruised up now, but he's still killing it. He's getting used to the car. And you know, Nico Hülkenberg, he's only going to get stronger. Are they going to bring Perez back? Are they? We don't know. It's not a given that Perez is going to come back. All right, the COVID's keeping him in that flat. He's going to stay there or self-isolate. But it's not a given. Nico Hülkenberg has to come back to Formula 1. He has to come back to Formula 1. And he will. Get the two clowns out from Haas. Bring in Nico Hülkenberg. And bring someone with him. I'm trying to think of a driver. I'll put it on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. Links are going to be below. And I'll let you know who I think should be tagged up with Nico Hülkenberg. But Nico Hülkenberg, to me, should go to Haas. That's the only place that's offering anything at the moment. Forget going to Alfa Romeo. Forget it. They are finished. They got the Ferrari engine. Ferrari are finished. And that's it. Look at Vettel. He's coming out in an interview and he says we ain't got an answer. Sebastian Vettel is coming out in an interview after the qualifying. He's saying he ain't got an answer. Of course he ain't got no answer because the car's dog shit. He was dog shit from the beginning of the season till now. It's over. Ferrari ain't winning nothing, not until 2022. They're not winning anything. Vettel can't wait to leave that team. He's got his name written all over Aston Martin. You know that's where he's going. Aston Martin is going there. I would have put at Aston Martin. I would have put Vettel. I know because at the end of the day, well, we know Lance Stroll ain't going. If we went for Lance Stroll, I would have imagined Vettel and Nico Hülkenberg as a team at Racing Points. That's best for business. But Lance Stroll ain't going anywhere. You know his dad's going to keep him there. He ain't going anywhere. And that's not right. In my opinion, that just doesn't wash with me. Lance Stroll, he's proving himself now. Look, he's got the car. He can't go out and moan. He can't say he ain't got the wheels under him. He's got the wheels under him. He's got the Mercedes power unit or engine, whatever they got under there. Brake ducts, wing, whatever it is, floor, halo, pink Mercedes. He's got the car underneath him. And what's he doing? Nothing. Nico Hülkenberg, smashing it. He's the highlight of my review today. I don't care. Look, Bottas got one. But we know how this movie ends. I don't care what anybody says. To me, Hamilton's winning that race tomorrow. Bottas can get pole. Yeah. Good for him. But tomorrow is a different day. Race pace, Lewis has always got the better of him. But Silverstone is going to get the better of him. My opinion. And if it does lose tomorrow, if Valtteri Bottas can get through that race tomorrow unscathed without getting pressure on him, and he can keep Lewis Hamilton behind him, because tomorrow's going to be a two-race strategy, standard procedure. If he can keep Lewis Hamilton behind him and win that race tomorrow, I'll take my bandana off and I'll come on my channel and I'll say congratulations to Valtteri Bottas. He deserves it, but it ain't going to happen. That's just wishful thinking. It just ain't going to happen. We know how the movie ends. We know how this movie ends. So, qualifying. The only difference really in qualifying was, like I said, Nico Hülkenberg getting third place. That was nice. Something different. So, before this qualifying started, Jenson Button says he can't see his Mercedes. This is what Jenson Button says. There, Max Verstappen, Mark. He's like Paul di Resta. Probably worse now, but more undercover. At least Paul di Resta will come out and say it. But him, undercover. Anyway, we've got Jenson Button. He says he can't see Mercedes getting beat now or in the future. I agree. Mercedes is definitely a team to beat. I don't care if the regulations change. I don't care if the cost comes down. Still not going to make a difference. Mercedes is still going to win everything. I can't see Mercedes getting beat. I've never seen a team as powerful as this and as dominant as this than the McLaren days. No, the Michael Schumacher when he won 5 in a row with Ferrari. Can't see it. Now, thingy starts, right? The qualifying starts. It all starts. We'll go back to the qualifying. Qualifying starts. Q1, Magnussen comes out with the soft tyres, locks up straight away in the first turn. Of course, he's going to lock up. What do you have to get? What does it take to get through to these guys' head that the soft tyres are not the compound to use for this track at this time? You're better off just using the mediums. You'll have more. You'll be better off. You'll have more grip. The soft tyres are no good here. The soft tyres are like using. It's like Bambi on ice. That's what it's like. It's like driving a car on ice. That's what it's like with the compound. So you're better off just using the medium tyres. The soft tyres, even if you come out in the soft tyres tomorrow, they're going to last you 5 laps, then you're going to have to pit anyway. So there's no point. You might as well even start off in the medium. That'd be the best compound. So, Q1, Magnussen comes out, locks up, like a few other drivers. There was a mixture. Some was on the soft, some was on the medium. Investigation occurred. Didn't see these at the set. They weren't live. They replayed it after. But the investigation was that Ocon was blocking George Russell. Russell was getting blocked, but again, they could be 2 future Mercedes teammates. Most likely, they're going to be Mercedes teammates in the future. When Hamilton goes where he's going to go, Bottas gets released, it's going to be them 2 going into the future for the Mercedes. So Ocon, his investigation, nothing's come on my Twitter feed, nothing's come on the website, nothing's happened at the moment about what's happening, but they are investigating the stewards. The stewards are investigating it. Alright. So yeah, blocking Russell, amazing. So basically, there's a new turn just past Chapel at Silverstone where there was a little bit of curb, then grass, but they've filled it in since last week and put more curb on the side. And there's a few drivers that are suffering from, they don't like it. They keep going onto the side, they keep hitting a new curb, and they keep that. Looks like they're damaging the floor, damaging the tyres, ruining the laps. So for me, it wasn't there last week. What they should have done is put that in next year. Not like one race it's not there and one race it's there. That's not right. What they should have done is, because it's a big change. I know it's a little change, but it's a big change to the drivers. They should have let the drivers know next year at Silverstone, the new corner is going to be there, the new curb. But they just threw it in, and now the drivers are not getting used to it. They're hitting the curbs. There's a few drivers. Kimi Räikkönen hit it. Ocon hit it. There's a Fiat hit it, damaged his floor. Onto Fiat, before we get onto it, Daniel Fiat. What's happened to Daniel Fiat? This is the guy back in the day, right, when he was at Toro Rosso, went to Red Bull. Alright, he was a bit reckless, but he was destined to be like a world champion. Ain't gonna happen now. Ain't gonna happen. He ain't been the same since he come back. I had high hopes for Daniel Fiat. Go back to my previous video, I always thought that Daniel Fiat should have went to Red Bull, but now you got Pierre Gasly. Pierre Gasly is a new man. He wants his seat back at Red Bull. He wants his seat, and most likely he'll probably get it back, because Gasly is killing it, out qualifying his teammates in some qualifying. He's out qualifying Albon, and Albon's in the the Red Bull. So Gasly wants his spot back, and he's going in the right way. He's going the right direction, in my opinion. So at the end of Q1, Bottas got 1, 2 was Hamilton, 3rd was Albon. Albon pulled out a fast lap to let them people know I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere, in his opinion. I ain't going anywhere. So he pulled out a fast lap, got 3rd at the end of Q1, but Q1 doesn't really matter, does it? Really what matters is Q3. Q2 started. This is where Red Bull are starting to be clever. They're trying to throw Mercedes. Again, still not going to work. They're putting on the hard tyres. They put Max Verstappen on the hard tyres in Q2. See, if you start, whatever tyres you start off in Q2, the first stint, that's what you got to start off in the race. Max Verstappen started off on the hard tyres. But again, it's stupid because tomorrow is going to be a cooler day. It's going to be a cooler day tomorrow, and then tomorrow he has to be starting on the hard tyres. For me, Red Bull made a mistake. They should have just left it alone, started on the mediums. That would have been my campaign. Starting on the mediums tomorrow, not soft, but the mediums. Or if you want to start on the stuff, and do a short run, do the 5 laps, depends on the weather. But I know the weather's going to be cooler tomorrow, so I think they made a mistake. That's just in my opinion. They might have not, but in my opinion, the way I'm looking at it now, I mean, the weather tomorrow, and you know how the tyres are with the weather, I think they made a mistake. So, Hülkenberg slipped on the same curve. I've gone over that before. Gasly as well. Nothing to lose Vettel. At the end of Q2, there was 2.5 minutes to go. Vettel struggling with that car. I still can't work out. I'm still going with that Vettel's trying to screw Ferrari because they didn't offer him a new contract. They didn't even negotiate. So he's pissed off. I'm not sure if Ferrari trying to screw Vettel or Vettel trying to screw Ferrari, but I'm kind of leaning towards Vettel getting screwing Ferrari. That's just my opinion. I might be wrong, I might not be. So Hülkenberg, second, so he pulled out a fast lap and he ended up getting 12th. 12th, stuck with 12th. So that was him 12th place at Q2. Unbelievable. How far Vettel sunk. So we're coming into Q3. I was ready to pack it up. Weren't even probably going to do the review. I was yawning. I was tired. I was thinking, you know what, same old crap. We know what's going to happen. It's going to be Lewis Hamilton in 1, Bottas 2, Max Verstappen 3rd. And what happened? I was going upstairs, ready to lie down, thinking, oh, rubbish. I come down, I said, look, I'm going to go down and watch it. What happened? The last sector, but Hamilton gets a green, and Bottas gets a purple. Bottas gets a purple, Lewis Hamilton gets a green, and the last sector, Bottas picks into the post, gets the pole, and he starts tomorrow just a chink, not even a car's length ahead of Hamilton. So all it takes is Lewis just to get a decent start, and he can pass him because there's not even a car's length between them. So Bottas got the pole. Congratulations. Do I think he's going to win the race tomorrow? No. Do I think Hamilton's going to win the race tomorrow? Yes. And it don't matter what if they're on a two-stop strategy. Most likely they are. Maybe look, unless you're the hards and you got nothing to lose, you want to start from the hards and see how far that gets you out and go for hard medium. You can go for it. The slower teams, if I was them, if I was someone like Alfa Romeo, the slowest team on the grid, if I was Alfa Romeo or Williams or Haas, I'd do a one-stop strategy. I'd grind out the hards, see how far they can get me, and then bang on the mediums. That's what I'd do. Or maybe even the Renault, if I want to go for that, go for a two-top strategy. But obviously the faster teams like the McLaren and the pink Mercedes, all right, so Mercedes and Ferrari, would you call Ferrari a fast team now? Ferrari could probably go for a one-stopper, do the hards and then the mediums, give them a chance. Because to me, they're not a fast team anymore. They're a middle team. They're up there with McLaren. I think McLaren's faster than Ferrari. So Ferrari, I'll definitely go for a one-stop strategy. Go for it. You got nothing to lose. You're dog shit anyway, so you might as well just go for it. Just whack on the hard tyres, grind them out to the metal, whack on the mediums and see what you can do. Because you know Vettel will do it. Vettel don't care. Vettel's going to try something tomorrow. It's his experience. He's been there a long time. He's going to do what he's going to do. But if Vettel will probably start from the hard tyres and then the mediums to see how it goes. Because the car ain't got no speed. And that's just the way it is. So that was the end of qualifying. Hope that entertained you. You never entertained me. But I'm going to go for the latest. I'm going to go for the official, how it finished on qualifying. We've got Valtteri Bottas in first. Second, Lewis Hamilton. Third, Nico Hülkenberg. Yes. Fourth place, Max Verstappen. Fifth place, Daniel Ricciardo. Sixth place, Lance Stroll. Seventh place, Pierre Gasly. Eighth place, Charles Leclerc. Ninth place, Alexander Albon. 10th place, Lando Norris. 11th place, Esteban Ocon. 12th place, Sebastian Vettel. 13th place, Carlos Sainz. 14th place, Roman Grosjean. 15th place, George Russell. 16th place, Daniel Fier. 17th place, Kevin Magnussen. 18th place, Nicholas Stevie. 19th place, Antonio Giovinazzi. And 20th place, Kimi Räikkönen. Look at the Williams. I remember sitting here last year and every single time I saw these results, Williams is at the bottom. Not now. Look where Williams are. You got George Russell on 15th and then you got Nicholas Stevie in 18th. And look who's at the bottom, and I've been saying it all season. Alfa Romeo. 2 Alfa Romeos in the bottom. Again, their slowest car, their worst car on the grid. It's not Haas, it's Alfa Romeo, then Haas. So, we're going to have to see, we've got some audio coming up. We're gonna play. What we're gonna do at the end, yeah, we're gonna play on board because every time I do my reviews now, at the end, whoever gets pole, I usually put their onboard lap on the video, and you can hear the audio. But this time, I know we didn't get pole, we got third place. But for me, I'm gonna put Nico Hülkenberg epic Silverstone P3 lap on. I'm so happy for him. Never let it go. Determination, love it. And where's Lance Stroll? Anyway, let's go for an interview. Let's start with Nico Hülkenberg. Let's go for it. He says, much more confident and comfortable this weekend. There you go.
So, when I need to go...
Adverts, I'm going to stop it. 1 second.
Chap, February, we were in Barcelona getting down to testing. You were at the Carnival in Rio. It's been quite a few months, hasn't it?
Yes, crazy, huh? What life, what can happen in life, and how quickly things can change. And last week, Thursday to Friday, a Formula One comeback within 10 hours. That was just nuts. Starting at ground zero with this car, and then obviously the low on Sunday, and now back here. Yeah, a bit lost for words, but very amazing, very special days.
How good is this car? How much potential has it got in it for tomorrow?
Over one lap, I was always much more confident and comfortable this weekend. Obviously, after having had a couple of days off and some more preparation work, that side felt pretty good. But I didn't expect top three, to be honest. I think that is a bit of a surprise. I think compared to last week, the team has obviously done a lot of analyzing, because Lance's race didn't quite go to plan last week, and we've made some mods and changes. So hopefully we're better prepared. But for me, it's obviously all the other shebang, going through the ranks, the start, everything. I haven't done this for a while, and in a new car. So this is going to be my challenge tomorrow.
Not to mention Max Verstappen alongside you, Daniel Ricciardo just behind you. It's going to be a tough fight.
Yeah, I'm sure, and I'm sure these guys are thinking, let's have this German guy right away. He's a bit rusty, but I just need to do what I can. I'll throw everything at it that I have, and let's see what happens.
Yeah, let's see what happens. Hope he gets third place. Let's go with who else we got on here. Let's go with Max Verstappen. Hope's different. He goes, Hope's different. Tyre strategy will work at the 70th anniversary. We'll see about that.
I only have 15 seconds to tell you all about the unmissable offers on Amazon. Don't miss out on vacuum cleaners, shoes, nappies, computers.
Obviously not the position that you want on the grid today, but is it a disappointment or about where you kind of expected to be, having seen the pace of that Racing Point this weekend?
Yeah, well, they've been competitive the whole weekend. I think also, we were switching a lot between compounds, which didn't really help. But then still, I think Q3, the balance was not perfect. Of course, with the wind, it changes every lap, what you do. So it's very sensitive. But it's fine. I mean, we're starting forward. I'm doing a different strategy compared to everyone else. I hope that is going to be good. It's a bit early to say, of course, but last week it seemed to be all right, and it's only going to be warmer now, so I guess it should be okay.
But this is the big thing. As you've said, you're the only driver to make it through to Q3 on the hard tyre. You're the only driver on the alternate strategy, which puts you in a unique position.
I hope. I hope it's going to be like that.
Well, unique in a good way, hopefully.
Yeah, exactly. But it also depends on if there are safety cars or whatever. So we'll find out tomorrow.
What's the plan? Go for lots of stops and go as fast as you can, or as few stops as possible and as slow as you can?
Well, I think the one stop is not going to work. It's just going to depend on how you're going to do your two stop.
They still could do a two stop. We'll see what happens. That might be their plan, what they're trying to do. We'll see what happens. We've got Vettel beaten, man. Vettel says he's run out of answers. Done. Finished.
I said P12 for you today, obviously not where you want to be. How hard was it to try and eke out that time, even on the soft tyre?
Well, I tried everything I had, so I was reasonably happy with the laps, and the car, I think we've tried lots of things since last week, but it doesn't really make a difference. I think we are pretty much stuck. So, try to reset and try again tomorrow. That's all I can do at the moment.
How hard is it to, as you say, keep trying these different things with the car, trying to draw more out of it and not see the results?
Well, it's very different to usual, let's put it this way.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. Run out of answers.
Still managed to smile. I don't know how that's possible. Let's go with, have we got Bottas here? Valtteri Bottas? No, we ain't got Bottas. We got Lewis Hamilton though. Lewis Hamilton fears that the tyres might explode if pushed at Silverstone.
Lewis, not quite 2 poles in a row. Was that down to Valtteri? Not quite 2 poles in a row. Was that down to Valtteri just doing a better job on track today?
At the end of the day, he did a better job at the end.
and probably also down to me just not doing a good enough job at the end also. So, but it was relatively close, so it's not the end of the world.
No, absolutely not. The weather's obviously changed a little bit coming in today. The wind has picked up massively around the track. What does that do for the balance of the car, handling, and your confidence within it?
Yeah, it was a bit big. It was actually a struggle today, balance-wise. It's not so easy to get it nailed. Yesterday was much better day, so it's going to be interesting how we have a slightly different setup. Be interesting to see how that works for us.
And for the race tomorrow, for strategy going into it, obviously you can either choose to do as few or as many pit stops as possible. Which do you think is going to be the best way on these tyres? Try to conserve them or just absolutely blast through them?
I honestly haven't even looked into a race scenario with the softer tyres, so I don't really know. I would imagine there's going to be some sort of management. We don't want to push these things because they might.
Lewis is basically saying if he pushes these, the tyres might explode. Let me just try and get this because I cut it off. I had to be the advert. I'll cut it off. I'm going to forward it a bit more for the latter part of the interview. I didn't get it in. Sorry.
Two poles in a row. Was that down to Valtteri?
I would imagine there's going to be some sort of management. We don't want to push these things because they might explode.
So he basically said if you push it too much, they're going to explode. So now I'm gonna lead the onboard side of Nico Hülkenberg's P3. I usually do the P1, but I'm doing Nico Hülkenberg because to me he deserves it. He deserves my praise. Respect to this guy where he's coming from. This guy, I feel, this guy having time off has done him good. Because before he had the time off, he had no confidence. His head was shot. It was that Renault team going nowhere. That he had that bad incident at Germany in the rain where he could have got in on the second, and he shanked his car into the side on that corner. He had bad luck a couple of years ago, and now having this time off away from Formula One, he can look back and reflect on himself. And now he's come back. He's a better driver. I know he's only second 2 races in. To me, he just looks like a better driver. First race you can't count because he weren't even in it because his car didn't start. But now that's making him more determined to improve himself because he knows that other teams will want him and he'll probably be there next. Most likely he's going to be there next year. So this is me going to be going now. I'll disappear off the screen. And I'm going to be playing Nico Hülkenberg's onboard P3. Epic Silverstone P3. And don't forget to hit subscribe button. Links are going to be below the video. Follow me on Twitch. I will be streaming later on today on Twitch. I'll be streaming also my Blister 2, so look out for that. If you like, it is a brilliant game. No F1 today. Probably tomorrow I'll be streaming F1. So look out for that. So this is the onboard Hülkenberg's Epic Silverstone P3 qualifying lap. Adverts, I bet you. There you go.
Okay, Delta, Nico Delta, keep it negative. Currently P3, I'll keep you updated. Yeah, so speed up a bit, keep it negative. Nico, that's P3 confirmed, well done. P3 confirmed, well done. Just Mercedes ahead.
Yeah! Get in the racing point. Nice one.